Imagine for a moment a vast expanse stretching before you, a landscape carved by time and solitude. Picture the quiet dignity of wide-open spaces, the whisper of wind through tall grass, the sun's embrace on weathered skin. Now, within this tableau, consider the heart of a man, Hank McAllister, a rancher whose life has mirrored the quiet strength of the land he calls home. For years, his world has been defined by the rhythms of nature, the honest labor of his hands, and the quiet companionship of his own thoughts. He's a man of the earth, deeply rooted in the traditions of his life, a life that knows the value of hard work, self-reliance, and the quiet beauty of a solitary existence. His days are filled with the practical realities of managing a ranch, tending to his cattle, and navigating the challenges that come with the territory. His connections to the outside world are few and far between, a life lived in the embrace of the vast, untamed landscape of rural Wyoming. Now consider the unexpected. Imagine the arrival of a figure, a stranger, that shatters the familiar patterns of his life. Picture the bewilderment, the initial shock, the quiet questioning that arises when the world you know is irrevocably altered. This isn't just a story about a man and his land. It's a story about the unexpected gifts life offers, the moments of profound generosity that can change the very fabric of our existence. It's a story about how the universe, in its mysterious wisdom, can bring us precisely what we need, often in ways we could never predict. Think about your own life. Think about the moments when you felt most alone, when the weight of the world seemed to rest squarely on your shoulders. Consider the times when you longed for something more, a shift, a spark, a connection that would illuminate your path. Perhaps you've yearned for a sign, a gesture, a reminder that you are not forgotten, that the universe is listening. This story is about those moments, the unexpected kindness that can bloom in the most barren of landscapes. It's a story about how the simple act of giving, the selfless gesture of one human being towards another, can create ripples of change that extend far beyond the initial act. The narrative unfolds, revealing the profound impact of a single, extraordinary gift. It's a story of transformation, of the breaking down of walls, and the opening of possibilities. It's a testament to the power of human connection and the way in which the universe often provides, in the most unexpected of ways, the very thing we need to move forward on our journey. This is a story about the magic of the unexpected, beauty of surprise, and the profound impact that a single act of kindness can have on the course of a life. It's a story that will resonate deep within your heart, reminding you that even in the most solitary of landscapes, the seeds of connection and transformation are always present, waiting to be nurtured and brought to life. Furthermore, let's delve into the inherent nature of expectation and its role in shaping our realities. We often find ourselves anticipating outcomes based on past experiences or preconceived notions. However, what happens when the universe, in its infinite wisdom, presents us with something entirely outside of our anticipated framework? The story of Hank McAllister and the unexpected gift he receives serves as a poignant illustration of this very principle. Building on this, we can see how our attachment to specific outcomes can sometimes blind us to the incredible possibilities that lie just beyond our current perception. We become fixated on what we think we want, and in doing so, we inadvertently limit the flow of abundance that the universe is so eager to provide. Consequently, it's crucial to cultivate an openness to the unexpected, a willingness to embrace the unconventional. The Tesla Model Y, in Hank's context, represents a departure from the familiar, a symbol of change that challenges his established patterns. Conversely, if Hank had remained rigidly attached to his expectations, perhaps a new tractor, or some other practical ranching tool, he might have missed out on the profound transformation that the gift ultimately brought. Another crucial layer is the concept of surrender. True manifestation isn't about controlling the outcome. It's about aligning your energy with your desires and then trusting the universe to deliver them in the most perfect way. Now, consider how this applies when you face setbacks or disappointments in your own life. Do you cling to the initial plan, even when the universe is clearly nudging you in a different direction? Or do you allow yourself to be guided by the subtle whispers of intuition, the gentle promptings that suggest a new path? A powerful metaphor for this process is that of a river. You are the river, and your desires are the ocean you wish to reach. The river doesn't try to force its way. It meanders, adapts, and flows around obstacles, always moving towards its destination. Furthermore, let's examine the concept of vibrational alignment. Every thought, every emotion, carries a specific frequency. When you are in alignment with your desires, your frequency resonates with the energy of those desires. This creates a powerful magnetic pull, drawing the desired outcome into your experience. The gift of the Tesla, in this case, is a physical manifestation of this energetic alignment. The universe responded to Hank's inherent goodness, his hard work, and his willingness to live a life of integrity. Building on this, consider the role of gratitude. Gratitude acts as a powerful amplifier, increasing your vibrational frequency and making you even more receptive to receiving blessings. When Hank receives the car, his initial shock gives way to a deep sense of gratitude. This feeling, in turn, opens the door to even greater possibilities. Consequently, the more you appreciate what you already have, the more the universe will provide. This isn't simply about saying thank you. It's about truly feeling the appreciation, allowing it to permeate every cell of your being. Consider, if you will, the subtle dance between intention and detachment, a delicate balance often overlooked in the pursuit of manifestation. We frequently hear about the importance of setting intentions, of clearly defining what we desire. But what about the equally crucial component of letting go, of releasing the need to control the how and when? The story of Hank and the unexpected arrival of the Tesla provides a powerful illustration of this principle. He didn't actively seek out a cutting-edge electric vehicle. It wasn't a part of his daily aspirations. His primary focus was on the land, the cattle, the rhythms of rural life. Yet, through a series of events, the universe presented him with this transformative gift. Building on this, the essence of detachment lies in trusting that the universe knows the perfect timing and the most appropriate means of delivering your desires. It's about releasing the grip of expectation and allowing yourself to be open to the infinite possibilities that exist. Think of it as planting a seed. You nurture it, provide it with the necessary resources, but you don't constantly dig it up to check on its progress. You trust that the seed will sprout and grow in its own time. Similarly, with manifestation, we plant the seed of our desires, nurture it with positive thoughts and emotions, and then trust that the universe will orchestrate the perfect conditions for its fulfillment. Furthermore, consider the role of expectations. They can act as invisible barriers, preventing us from receiving what we truly deserve. We often become fixated on a specific outcome, overlooking the myriad of other possibilities that could bring us even greater joy and fulfillment. The Tesla, in Hank's case, might not have been something he consciously desired, but it ultimately opened up a whole new world of possibilities. Conversely, if he had been rigidly attached to the idea of a traditional pickup truck, he might have missed out on this transformative experience. Now, consider how this applies when you're navigating your own aspirations. Are you clinging to a specific vision, or are you willing to allow the universe to surprise you? Are you open to receiving your desires in unexpected ways, or are you limiting your possibilities through rigid expectations? Another crucial layer is the concept of faith. Faith is the bedrock of manifestation, the unwavering belief that your desires are already in the process of being fulfilled. It's the quiet knowing that the universe is working on your behalf, even when you can't see the evidence. Consequently, the more you cultivate faith, the more you will experience the magic of manifestation in your life. The gift of the Tesla is a symbol of this faith in action, a testament to the power of trusting the process. It's a reminder that the universe often delivers in ways that we could never have imagined as long as we remain open and receptive to its infinite possibilities. The narrative of Hank and the Tesla, however extraordinary, underscores the element of embracing change, a concept often resisted yet undeniably vital for growth. We readily cling to the familiar, the routines that provide a sense of security. Nonetheless, life, like the Wyoming wind, is in constant motion, and resisting its currents can lead to stagnation. Hank, accustomed to a life largely untouched by modern technology, initially might have viewed the Tesla with skepticism, perhaps even apprehension. Yet, his openness to this paradigm shift, this introduction to something novel, ultimately reshaped his world. Building on this, consider the concept of comfort zones. These are the territories we construct to shield ourselves from the perceived risks of the unknown. While they offer a sense of safety, they can also become prisons, limiting our potential and preventing us from experiencing the fullness of life. Hank's comfort zone was the ranch, the familiar routines, and the solitude. The Tesla, however, shattered that comfort zone, forcing him to confront the unfamiliar and embrace the possibilities of a different future. Furthermore, explore the concept of adaptability, the ability to adjust and thrive in the face of change. Life is a series of transitions, and our capacity to navigate these shifts determines our resilience and our ability to manifest our desires. Hank, a man of the land, inherently understood the importance of adapting to the changing seasons, the unpredictable weather, and the challenges of ranching. The Tesla, in this context, became a symbol of his capacity to adapt to a new reality. Conversely, imagine a scenario where Hank had resisted the change, refusing to embrace the new technology. He might have missed out on the opportunity to connect with the outside world, to experience the convenience and efficiency of the electric vehicle, and to expand his horizons. His resistance would have, in essence, limited his own potential. Now, consider how this applies when you encounter unexpected opportunities or challenges in your own life. Do you meet them with resistance or with a spirit of adaptability? Another crucial layer is the understanding that change isn't always easy, but it is often necessary for personal growth. It requires courage, a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone, and a belief in your own ability to adapt and thrive. The story of Hank and the Tesla, therefore, becomes a potent reminder of the transformative power of embracing change, and the remarkable possibilities that unfold when we are willing to step into the unknown. Consequently, the next time you find yourself facing a situation that requires you to adapt, remember Hank and his journey. Embrace the challenge, trust in your ability to navigate the change, and allow yourself to be surprised by the remarkable possibilities that await you. Let's now turn our attention to the profound impact of perception and its role in shaping our reality. We often filter our experiences through a lens of preconceived notions, biases, and limiting beliefs. Hank McAllister at the outset might have perceived Elon Musk's arrival as an intrusion, a disruption of his peaceful existence. He might have approached the gift of the Tesla with suspicion, seeing it as something foreign to his way of life. However, his openness to a different perspective, a willingness to see beyond his initial assumptions, allowed him to appreciate the true value of the gesture. Building on this, consider the concept of reframing, the art of consciously altering your perspective to see things in a more positive or empowering light. Hank could have focused on the inconvenience of learning new technology, the perceived impracticality of an electric vehicle on a ranch, or the potential for unwanted attention. However, by reframing his perspective, he could instead focus on the opportunities for connection, the potential for improved efficiency, and the sheer novelty of the experience. This shift in perspective, this conscious choice to see the gift as a blessing rather than a burden, was crucial to the transformative power of the event. Furthermore, consider the role of gratitude in altering our perception. When we approach life with a sense of appreciation, we automatically shift our focus to the positive aspects of our experience. Hank, by accepting the gift with gratitude, immediately created a positive energetic resonance. This, in turn, amplified the positive impact of the gift, allowing him to fully experience its benefits. Conversely, think about the times you've allowed negative thoughts or limiting beliefs to cloud your perception. Perhaps you've missed out on opportunities because you've focused on the potential for failure, or you've allowed past experiences to dictate your future. The story of Hank serves as a powerful reminder that we have the power to choose our perspective, and that this choice can profoundly impact our experience of reality. Now, consider how this applies when you face challenges or setbacks in your own life. Do you focus on the obstacles, or do you look for the opportunities? Another crucial layer is the understanding that our perception is not fixed, it's malleable. We can consciously choose to change our thoughts, our beliefs, and our perspectives, thereby changing our experience of the world. The gift of the Tesla, therefore, becomes a metaphor for the power of shifting our perception and the remarkable possibilities that unfold when we do. Consequently, the next time you find yourself viewing a situation with negativity or doubt, remember Hank and his journey. Ask yourself, how can I reframe this situation to see the possibilities? What am I grateful for in this moment? Choose to shift your perception, and you will inevitably shift your reality. Let's now examine the intricate dance between receiving and allowing, the subtle art of opening yourself to the flow of abundance. Hank's story, at its core, unveils this crucial principle. The universe is constantly seeking to provide, but our receptivity determines the extent of what we can receive. He wasn't actively seeking a Tesla. It wasn't a specific desire he'd meticulously crafted through visualization or affirmations. Rather, he was living a life aligned with integrity and hard work, creating an energetic resonance that made him a perfect vessel for receiving this unexpected gift. The universe, recognizing his worthiness, delivered the blessing in a form he might never have imagined. Building on this, the concept of deserving becomes paramount. Many people unconsciously block the flow of abundance by harboring feelings of unworthiness. They may believe they are not deserving of good things, or they may feel guilty about receiving too much. Hank, however, seems to possess an inherent sense of deservingness, a quiet confidence in his own worth. This inner knowing, this belief in his right to receive, opened the door to the unexpected blessing. Further, consider the role of expectation, but in a different light this time. Not the expectation of a specific outcome, but the expectation of goodness itself. Hank likely didn't expect a Tesla yet. His life was rooted in a fundamental expectation of positive experiences, of the rewards that come from honest labor and a life well lived. This expectation of goodness created a fertile ground for the unexpected gift to flourish. Conversely, imagine if Hank had carried a deep-seated belief that he wasn't worthy of such a gift. Perhaps he would have questioned the motives of the giver, or he would have found a reason to reject the offering. His lack of receptivity, his unwillingness to believe in his own deservingness could have easily thwarted the flow of abundance. Now, consider how this applies when you're striving to manifest your own desires. Are you truly allowing yourself to receive? Do you hold any subconscious beliefs that might be blocking the flow of abundance? Another crucial layer is the practice of releasing resistance. This involves letting go of any limiting beliefs, fears, or doubts that might be preventing you from fully embracing your desires. It's about trusting that the universe is conspiring to bring you the very best, and allowing yourself to be open to receiving it. Consequently, the key is to cultivate a state of receptivity, a willingness to embrace the good things that come your way. Just as Hank, through his inherent worthiness and open heart, welcomed the gift of the Tesla, you too can create a life filled with abundance by simply allowing yourself to receive. Let's now turn our attention to the profound role of intuition and inner guidance in the manifestation process. Hank McAllister's story, viewed through this lens, illustrates the subtle yet significant power of listening to one's inner voice, even in the absence of explicit external direction. The narrative doesn't suggest that Hank had a premonition about a Tesla, but it strongly implies he possessed an inherent sense of integrity and a quiet openness to life's unfolding. This inner compass, this capacity to trust his instincts, likely played a vital role in how he received the gift and how he subsequently embraced the change it represented. Building on this, consider the concept of synchronicity, those seemingly coincidental events that often appear as a response to our inner promptings. Perhaps, in Hank's case, the encounter with Elon Musk wasn't entirely random. Perhaps, his consistent adherence to his values, his quiet dignity, and his openness to the universe had created a vibrational resonance that attracted this extraordinary encounter. Synchronicity, in essence, is the universe's way of nudging us, of guiding us along our intended path. Furthermore, consider the power of stillness and introspection. In a world that often celebrates external noise and constant activity, the ability to retreat inward, to listen to the whispers of your soul, becomes increasingly valuable. Hank's solitary life on the ranch, while seemingly isolating, provided ample opportunities for introspection, for connecting with his inner wisdom. This deep connection to himself likely made him more receptive to the subtle guidance of the universe. Conversely, imagine a scenario where Hank had been consumed by doubt, skepticism, or a rigid adherence to his established ways. His inner voice, if indeed it offered any intuitive guidance, would likely have been drowned out by the cacophony of his fears. He might have missed the opportunity to connect with Elon Musk, or he might have rejected the gift outright. In this scenario, his lack of trust in his own intuition would have been a significant barrier to the unfolding of events. Now, consider how this applies when you find yourself at a crossroads or facing a difficult decision. Do you rush into action, seeking external validation, or do you take the time to quiet your mind and listen to your inner guidance? Another crucial layer is the practice of mindfulness, the art of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, you become more attuned to the subtle cues of the universe, to the whispers of your intuition. The story of Hank, then, serves as a reminder that the answers you seek often lie within, and that the path to manifestation is often illuminated by the light of your own inner wisdom. Consequently, the next time you are faced with a decision or a challenge, remember Hank. Take a deep breath, quiet your mind, and listen to the guidance that arises from within. Trust your intuition and allow it to lead you toward the fulfillment of your desires. Let's now shift our focus to the significant role of detachment from the outcome itself, a concept often misunderstood yet crucial for effective manifestation. Hank's story, in its unexpected turn, highlights this beautifully. He wasn't plotting to attract a Tesla. His focus was on the daily realities of his ranching life. This lack of attachment to a specific material object, strangely enough, created the perfect conditions for its arrival. It's a paradox, isn't it? The more you cling, the more elusive your desires become. Moreover, the essence of non-attachment lies in trusting the universe's timing. Think about a seed planted in fertile ground. You can't force it to sprout overnight. You nurture it, provide the necessary sunlight and water, and then you release it to the natural processes of growth. The same principle applies to manifesting your desires. You plant the seed of your intention, nurture it with positive thoughts and emotions, and then you allow the universe to work its magic, knowing that the outcome will unfold in perfect timing. Building on this, consider the trap of overthinking and analysis paralysis. We often get caught in the minutiae, trying to control every aspect of the manifestation process. We become obsessed with the how, the details of how our desires will materialize. Hank, in his simplicity, likely didn't spend hours agonizing over the mechanics of receiving a high-tech vehicle. He simply lived his life with integrity, and the universe responded. Conversely, consider the individual who constantly checks their bank account, obsessively refreshes job boards, or spends hours ruminating over the details of their desired relationship. This level of attachment, this need to control, can actually push the desired outcome further away. It signals a lack of trust, a lack of faith in the universe's ability to deliver. Now, consider how this applies when you are working towards your own goals. Are you constantly checking in, analyzing every detail, or are you allowing yourself to relax and trust the process? Another crucial layer is the practice of shifting your focus to the feeling of already having received your desire. Instead of fixating on the absence of what you want, focus on the joy, the gratitude, the sense of accomplishment that you would experience if it were already yours. Consequently, the next time you find yourself feeling anxious or controlling, remember Hank. Release your grip on the outcome, trust in the universe's timing, and focus on the feeling of already having achieved your desire. Allow the magic to unfold. Furthermore, consider the element of surprise and its role in igniting the spark of manifestation. Hank's experience wasn't a carefully orchestrated plan. It was a moment of serendipity, a bolt from the blue. This unexpected nature is, in a very real sense, a core component of the law of attraction's artistry. The universe delights in surprising us, in delivering our desires in ways that transcend our limited imaginations. This element of surprise, this feeling of being utterly taken aback, can be incredibly powerful, jolting us out of our routines and opening our hearts to a new level of possibility. Building on this, however, the willingness to embrace the unknown becomes paramount. We often cling to our comfort zones, to the familiar paths we've trod for years. Yet, genuine transformation often requires us to step into the uncharted territories of the unexpected. Hank, accustomed to the rhythms of his ranch, was suddenly confronted with a futuristic vehicle, a tangible symbol of a world he might never have envisioned. This willingness to embrace the unfamiliar, to welcome the unexpected, is a key ingredient in the recipe for successful manifestation. Conversely, let's imagine Hank had approached the situation with suspicion, with a closed mind. Perhaps he would have dismissed the gift as a publicity stunt, or as something that was simply out of place in his world. By doing so, he would have closed himself off to the potential for transformation, to the joy and wonder that the unexpected could bring. This highlights the importance of remaining open, of being willing to be surprised by the universe. Now, consider how this applies when you're pursuing your own aspirations. Are you open to receiving your desires in unexpected ways, or are you rigidly attached to a particular outcome? Another crucial layer is the understanding that the universe often delivers our desires in ways we couldn't have predicted. Think of a painter envisioning a masterpiece. They might have a general idea of the subject matter, the colors, the overall composition. Yet, as they begin to paint, the canvas often takes on a life of its own. New ideas emerge, unexpected strokes of brilliance appear, and the final result often surpasses their initial vision. Consequently, the next time you find yourself hoping for a particular outcome, remember Hank. Be open to the possibility that the universe might have something even better in store for you. Embrace the element of surprise, and allow yourself to be amazed by the magic of manifestation. Consider now the subtle art of recognizing the signs, the breadcrumbs the universe scatters along the path to your desires. It's not always a grand pronouncement. Often, it's a whisper, a nudge, a seemingly insignificant detail that, when heeded, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Hank's encounter with Elon Musk, viewed in this light, wasn't merely a random occurrence. It was a confluence of circumstances, a convergence of energies that signaled a shift in his life. The timing, the location, the nature of the gift, all of these elements, taken together, pointed towards a deeper meaning. Building upon this, however, is the need to cultivate a heightened awareness, a sensitivity to the subtle cues that surround us. It's about learning to trust your gut feeling, to pay attention to those moments of intuition that whisper in the quiet spaces of your mind. The universe communicates in myriad ways, through dreams, through coincidences, through the words of others, or even through seemingly random events. The challenge lies in recognizing these signs and having the courage to act upon them. Moreover, envision the concept of energetic alignment, the idea that everything in the universe is interconnected. The meeting between Hank and Musk, viewed through this lens, may have been less about chance and more about a vibrational match. Each individual, each situation, carries a unique energetic frequency. When those frequencies resonate, a powerful connection is formed, and the potential for transformation is greatly amplified. Conversely, think about the times you may have dismissed a hunch, ignored a feeling that something wasn't quite right, or disregarded a seemingly insignificant detail. Perhaps you missed an opportunity, or perhaps you found yourself in a situation that could have been avoided. These moments serve as reminders of the importance of paying attention to the subtle signs, of trusting your inner guidance. Now contemplate how this applies to your own aspirations. Are you actively seeking the signs, the breadcrumbs that the universe is leaving for you? Are you willing to trust your intuition, even when it seems to contradict logic or reason? Another crucial layer is the practice of developing a keen eye for the opportunities that often present themselves in disguise. Sometimes, the most significant breakthroughs come in unexpected packages, wrapped in the guise of a challenge or a setback. Consequently, the next time you are working towards a goal, remember Hank and his unexpected blessing. Cultivate your awareness, trust your intuition, and remain open to the subtle signs that the universe is sending your way. Embrace the interconnectedness of all things, and allow the magic of manifestation to unfold. Let's now delve into the often overlooked an aspect of embracing imperfections, a key ingredient in the alchemical process of manifestation. Hank McAllister's story, although seemingly perfect in its narrative, likely involved moments of doubt, vulnerability, and perhaps even feelings of inadequacy. The universe doesn't demand flawlessness. In fact, it often works through our imperfections. The beauty of Hank's experience lies not in an idealized version of himself, but in his authenticity, his willingness to be human. Building upon this, the concept of self-compassion becomes crucial. We often hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, judging ourselves harshly for perceived failures or shortcomings. However, self-compassion allows us to embrace our imperfections with kindness and understanding. It's about recognizing that we are all works in progress, that making mistakes is a natural part of the human experience. Hank, in his quiet solitude, likely possessed a deep sense of self-acceptance, a recognition that he was worthy of the universe's blessings, flaws and all. Furthermore, consider the power of vulnerability, the courage to show your authentic self to the world. Vulnerability isn't a sign of weakness, it's a source of strength. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, to build trust, and to create space for the unexpected gifts of life. Hank, in his willingness to accept a life-altering gift from a stranger, demonstrated a profound level of vulnerability, a willingness to step outside of his comfort zone and embrace the unknown. Conversely, let's imagine a scenario where Hank was plagued by self-doubt, by a deep-seated belief that he wasn't good enough. Perhaps he would have been unable to accept the gift, or he would have allowed his fears to overshadow the joy of the experience. This highlights the importance of cultivating self-acceptance, of recognizing your inherent worthiness, regardless of your perceived flaws. Now, consider how this applies when you embark on your own manifestation journeys. Do you allow yourself to be vulnerable, to embrace your imperfections, or do you strive for an unattainable level of perfection? Another crucial layer is the practice of forgiveness, both self-forgiveness and the forgiveness of others. Holding on to grudges, resentment, or self-criticism can block the flow of abundance. Forgiveness, on the other hand, opens your heart and what allows you to move forward with greater ease and grace. Consequently, as you strive to manifest your desires, remember Hank's story. Embrace your imperfections, practice self-compassion, and allow yourself to be vulnerable. Forgive yourself and others, and release the need for perfection. Open your heart to the possibility of transformation, and allow the universe to work its magic through you. Let us now turn our attention to the often overlooked significance of embracing the present moment. The cornerstone of truly experiencing the magic of manifestation, Hank McAllister's narrative, at its heart, is a testament to the power of being fully immersed in the now. His life, before the Tesla, was defined by the rhythm of the present, the setting sun, the tasks at hand, the quiet communion with nature. This ability to be present, to be fully engaged in the current experience, is where the true power of attraction lies. The future, after all, is merely a projection of the present. Furthermore, the notion of mindfulness is paramount. It's the practice of paying undivided attention to the here and now, without judgment. In the realm of manifestation, mindfulness acts as an anchor, preventing us from being swept away by anxieties about the future or regrets about the past. Hank, in his solitary existence, likely cultivated a natural sense of mindfulness, a capacity to be fully present in his interactions with the land and his cattle. This state of being allowed him to receive the gift of the Tesla with an open heart and a clear mind. Contrarily, consider the insidious grip of worry. It's a thief that steals our joy, our focus, and our ability to manifest our desires. When we are consumed by anxieties about what might happen, we are effectively blocking the flow of positive energy, creating a vibrational dissonance that can hinder the manifestation process. Hank, by immersing himself in the present, would have been less susceptible to the debilitating effects of worry. Now, consider how this applies to your own pursuit of your goals. Are you constantly fretting about the future, or are you making a conscious effort to live in the present? Another crucial layer is the understanding that the present moment is the only reality we truly possess. The past is gone, and the future is yet to come. By fully embracing the present, you are creating the fertile ground for your desires to take root and flourish. As a result, by being fully present, you are no longer caught in the whirlwind of thoughts about what you don't have or what you might lose. You are focused on what is the beauty of the day, the opportunity to work, the connection with nature. This focus anchors you in the present moment and allows you to receive the gift that the universe is constantly offering. And in this moment, in this very breath, lies the power to manifest your dreams. As we draw together the subtle threads of this unfolding narrative, a tapestry of interconnected ideas begins to emerge, revealing the intricate dance between intention and receptivity. We've journeyed through landscapes of inner knowing, exploring the delicate balance between active striving and allowing the universe to orchestrate its magic. What has become increasingly evident is that the path to attracting our desires isn't a linear one. Rather, it's a cyclical process, a constant interplay between conscious action and the quiet surrender of control. It's about cultivating a mindset of abundance, a deep-seated belief in our own worthiness, and a willingness to embrace the unexpected twists and turns of life's journey. Reflecting on this journey so far, we can observe how the story of Hank McAllister, with his unexpected encounter and the transformative gift, serves as a prism, refracting the light of manifestation into a spectrum of nuanced insights. I've observed the dance of expectation and detachment, the power of embracing change, and the profound impact of shifting our perceptions. We've explored the significance of recognizing the signs, of trusting our intuition, and of cultivating a deep-seated belief in the inherent goodness of the universe. The narrative has shown us that the universe often delivers our desires in ways that surpass our wildest imaginings. Conceptually, we've been navigating a river. The current of our intentions flows towards a grand ocean of fulfillment. However, the journey is not a direct line. Instead, it's a winding path, filled with eddies of uncertainty and rapids of challenge, requiring us to adapt, to adjust our course, and to trust the river's flow. We have seen how the true power lies not just in the strength of our initial push, but in our capacity to remain open, to remain receptive to the guidance of the current, and to allow ourselves to be swept towards our ultimate destination. In light of these insights, the anticipation for the next chapter, the final destination of our journey, has grown. We're now poised at the threshold, ready to integrate all that we have learned. The pieces are in place, the foundation has been laid, and the stage is set for a final resonant affirmation. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm ethereal glow across the Wyoming plains, let us consider the enduring legacy of Hank McCollister's unexpected gift. His story, far from being a mere anecdote, is a living testament to the transformative power that resides within each of us. It is a reminder that the universe is constantly conspiring to support our highest good, often in ways we cannot foresee. His narrative serves as a powerful metaphor, a mirror reflecting the boundless possibilities that await us when we embrace a life of intention, openness, and unwavering faith. The core message of Hank's experience is not just about receiving a tangible gift, but about cultivating a state of being that attracts abundance in all its forms. It's about understanding that the universe responds to our energetic frequency, to the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that shape our inner landscape. The Tesla Model Y, in this context, is but a symbol, a physical manifestation of the alignment that Hank had achieved through his consistent dedication to living a life of integrity. The true gift was not the car itself, but the profound shift in perspective, the opening of doors to a new world of possibilities. This narrative has shown us that manifestation is not about forcing outcomes, but about allowing them to unfold. It's about trusting the timing of the universe, about releasing the need to control the how and embracing the journey with an open heart. Hank's story provides a powerful example of the art of being present, of immersing oneself in the now, and of allowing the universe to work its magic. It's a reminder that the greatest gifts often arrive when we least expect them, when we are simply living our lives with authenticity and grace. The implications of Hank's experience extend far beyond the realm of material possessions. It speaks to the power of human connection, the importance of kindness, and the transformative potential of embracing change. It is a call to action, an invitation to cultivate a life filled with gratitude, self-compassion, and unwavering faith in our own inherent worthiness. The true practice begins now, in this moment, as you reflect on the lessons learned and prepare to integrate them into your own life. Remember that you, like Hank, possess the power to attract abundance, to manifest your dreams, and to create a life filled with joy, purpose, and profound meaning. Allow the universe to surprise you. Allow yourself to be